Make sure my audio is okay. Yo. Get that ASMR vibe. What's good? What's good? I want to take a moment to talk about that thumbnail picture, bro. I was just going on about my day in peace, living my best life. Out of nowhere, my mom just sends me that. Threw me off completely, bro. I tried to block the memory of doing shit like that, but she brought it all back out, man. She brought it all back out. And you hate to see it. You hate to see it. That man Jordan in a thumbnail out here looking like one of those rappers back in 2003 with Lil Wayne in them. That picture had to have been taken, let me see. Let me see if it says the date on there. That was 2010. March 25th, 2010. I had just turned 10 years old in that picture. That's tough. That is tough. Favorite rapper? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, 100%. 100%. Especially now, the more that I'm immersing myself in the world of poetry and just writing in general, guys like Kendrick Lamar, I really have a newfound appreciation for his work. 100%. Yo, my boy, what's up? Hope you're doing great. What's up, Jordan? How you been, Brody? Hey, I've been living my best life, man. I'm not gonna lie, these past couple weeks have been a little, I don't know. I've just been learning a lot. A lot of ups and downs, but ultimately, I'm becoming a better person, and that's all that really matters to me. So, no matter what adversity I face, I always prevail. Baggy ass pants. Yeah, those pants are baggy as hell, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Big ass jeans. Big ass jeans, bro. Because what my parents used to do, whenever I'd go school shopping, I'd always buy clothes that were like 2 sizes too big for me so that so that they would last for multiple school years at a time. And as you can see, these pants are probably still too big for me to this day, bro. Those pants are big as hell. You can tell the Air Forces were crispy though. The Air Forces were crispy. That belt is crazy though. That belt is absolutely crazy. Are you still using Tej? Yes, I am. Twice a day. Use it when I wake up and before I go to sleep. Or before I take a shower. Tips for getting into poetry. So that's a very, very good, that's a good question, but I don't really know how to answer that. I feel like poetry just comes very naturally to me. Like, bro, let me see how many poems I've written today, man. I think off the top of my head, like 5. I've written 5 poems today. I woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning. It is now 2:34 p.m. I've written 5 poems. And they're like some of my best work that I've ever put out. Or I guess I haven't put it out yet, but some of the best poems that I've ever written. And it's just like, I feel like poetry or art in general is something that you just fall into. Like you just kind of, there has to be a catalyst. I think that's what it is, bro. There has to be some sort of catalyst that pushes you towards that gift. And this is something that I was discussing with Rami maybe back in January or February, I want to say, is complex emotions and complex thoughts call for complex explanations. And a lot of times art becomes the vehicle or the means by which you explain those complex thoughts and feelings. And so the things that I talk about in my poems are things that I can't make videos about. I can't make a video talking about love in the way that I talk about it in my poems, in my poetry, because it's so complex and intricate that I can't just speak it in normal terms. So for you, it may not be poetry. For you, it may be painting or maybe, I don't know, beat making or something like that. It could be anything. but you have to get in tune with yourself. I think that's the most important thing. There has to be some sort of catalyst that forces you to get in tune with yourself. For me, it was depression and then heartbreak and then spiritual awakenings, plural, spiritual awakenings. So there was a lot of momentum that carried me into that passion. And it's crazy, dude. I've written at least 70 poems this month, bro. At least 70. I'm probably done with my next book already, bro. And I don't even realize it. I was wearing a similar outfit earlier while I was bored. Are you talking about the outfit from the thumbnail? See, that's the reason why. So the reason why I was wearing that in the thumbnail, when I was a kid, I used to always like dressing up. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted to be an actor or something and I didn't realize it, but I always liked to dress up. So the chances are when I put that outfit on, I had probably just got finished either watching a rap video or some type of hood movie or something that inspired me to put that outfit on at, what was it? Let me see, what time was it? 22:20. That's what, 10:20 p.m. To put that outfit on at 10:20 p.m. So say for example, if I was watching a James Bond movie or something like that, I would put on a suit after I watched the movie because I just felt inspired to wear that. So I don't know, that's just a little fun fact about me that most people don't know. This is your first live that I've tapped into. Hey bro, welcome. I'm just getting back into doing live streams. It's gonna take me a little while to kind of gain that energy back because this still feels a little awkward to me. I'm not really a natural like that when it comes to live streams, but yeah, I'm definitely I'm having some fun, man. I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Yo, Jordan, do you believe in labels like alpha, beta, etc.? No, I do not. Alpha, beta, bot, woke, chosen one. I think these are all divisive tactics that people use to create cult followings. That's how I see it personally. Not to say that it's ineffective. And that's not to say that it's unethical. That's just what I see. That's just my objective viewpoint on why people utilize those labels. If they say, stop being a simp, stop being a beta, right? They're trying to deter you. They're trying to artificially manufacture an enemy for you so that you will naturally gravitate towards them and their message more. And, for me, that's not my forte. I seek to integrate more so than divide. But that's just me though. That's just me. The labels, they work, but it's not me. And that's more so me speaking from the standpoint of a content creator. In my day-to-day life, I don't even think I don't know anybody who utilizes those labels and actually applies them in their day-to-day life. I have never in my life had somebody come up to me in person and call me a beta or call me an alpha or anything like that, bro. I don't think people use those terms unironically in real life. I think that's just an internet thing. I really genuinely do. Correct me if I'm wrong though. Jordan, since you're now a poet, are you still into spirituality? Yes, absolutely. With my next book, you guys will see how I've gone even deeper into spirituality and come to, how do I put this, man? Taking the most complex paths to the most simple truths. I don't really know how to, like I said, I can't articulate these things in regular words. That's what the poetry is for. So yeah, poetry has taken me deeper into spirituality, and spirituality has taken me deeper into poetry. Alexis Abraham, I appreciate the donation. I wish you would have said something though. I wish you would have at least left a comment or something. If you're gonna donate, say something. Say what's up, shout yourself out, do something, man. But I appreciate it nonetheless, for sure. What's the pendant? The pendant is Cupid. It is a Cupid pendant. Cupid pendant. Are you still on Nofap? Yes, I am. So after I made the Nofap video, I only relapsed that one time, bro. Like ever since then, I think I'm on what? I'm on about 3 weeks now, give or take. But like I said, I I don't really think about nofap anymore. Like it's not really. It's just so easy, bro. I hate to like. It's not that hard to me, bro. I feel like once you love yourself thoroughly, nofap just becomes natural. It's just natural for you. But yeah, that was a very long-winded answer. I am on nofap. Have you ever turned yourself on just by looking in the mirror? No, I can't say I have, man. I cannot say I have. I want to ask you guys something though. What is the longest amount of time that you can make eye contact with yourself in the mirror without becoming uncomfortable? I just want to know that because for me, it's probably about 2 minutes and I start to get very, very uneasy. But I'm curious to know if I'm alone on that. Miles, I appreciate the donation. Yo, Jordan. What is up? It's Mashy. By the way, my friend said it's gay to get your cheeks ate by a girl, but he's wrong, right? Man, look, I remember me and my friends having a debate about this, bro. We had a whole debate about this. I was trying to tell them that there is no way that I would ever in my life do that to a girl, bro. I would never do that. I don't care how attractive she is. I don't care how much we click, what type of connection we have. I will never do that. That's one thing you'll never catch me doing. Ever. And they were on the other side of the fence. Okay, they believed that, oh, that's normal. You know, when you're in the moment. Like, no, what moment are you talking about? Because I'm not there. That's besides the point. So I flipped the script on them and asked them, would you let a girl do that to you? And they said, no. Ugh, why would I let a girl do that to me? And I kind of just ended the conversation at that point. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on that though. Like that's, to me, like if it doesn't go both ways, then like what's the point? I don't know. But like I said, I'm not doing that. I'm neither giving nor receiving that service at any point in my life. Plain and simple. I've been an artist for years, and there's no better way for me to express my deepest feelings than when I draw. Absolutely, man. That's the beauty of art, bro. That's why I've really become more artistically inclined in general. Like I've taken the time to, for one, just admire art itself, paintings and portraits. I should go to the art museum more frequently because I find a lot of inspiration in that for my poetry. And just music. A lot of my inspiration actually comes from music. I don't really read poetry like that. I don't read other people's poems. I just listen to music and read books. And that's where I get my inspiration from. But it's crazy, man. When you create, when you become a creative and you dedicate yourself to that, you develop a whole new sense of perspective on the world. Like you start to see everything as art or as a catalyst for art. It's beautiful. It's a very beautiful way to live, in my opinion. Very, very beautiful. Jordan, can you freestyle a poem? We need some new heat. I can't freestyle one, but I can show you guys one that I wrote today. Let me see. How do I? There we go. Matter of fact, here, let me screen share this for you guys. Because I want to show you guys how much of this is actually divine inspiration. I want to show you guys that I don't just sit here and think about these poems like that. They just come to me. Like it's, I don't really know how else to explain it. But let me see. Let's do this one. This is a really good example. Okay. How do I screen share again? I forgot to do this shit. I forgot how to live stream, bro. That's tough. Do Chrome tab. Share. Okay, wait. Is it? There we go. All right. So this one's called the universal language. I just wrote this probably what? That was 2 hours ago? Okay. So love is the language of the soul, the universal dialect that speaks of gold. It defines our being and enables our lives. It gives us our meaning, yet often deprives us of our sense of self. We see beyond the smoke and embrace the echoes of ourselves in the eyes of others. In the eyes of lovers, we find that resonance that reminds us of who we truly are. We are composed of the same components as stars. The constellations confide in the depths of this insight. Perhaps that is why they shine brightest at midnight. Okay, so that poem right there, It took me 4 minutes, bro. 4 minutes. From 12:56 p.m. to 1 p.m. 4 minutes. Total one edit. Okay, and I'm only showing you guys that just to show you that art is divine. Okay, these aren't things that you think of. You don't think of that painting. You might see the vision and then you bring it into fruition, but you don't think of it. I don't think of this poem. It just flows through me. I'm a vessel. I'm a vessel of expression. And that's the beautiful thing about art, bro. That is the beautiful thing about art. Echo, I appreciate the super stickers. To this day, I don't know what super stickers are, but I appreciate it nonetheless. For sure. Just broke up with my girl of 2 months. Felt bad for a minute, but now I feel relieved. Should I just focus on myself or try dating again? 21 years old. If you just broke up with your girl of 2 months, then you should definitely focus on yourself, man. I mean, if you literally just broke up with her, that's one thing, bro. Take your time. Don't rush to get back into dating. Like, even right now, I just got back on Hinge, man. I'm on Hinge right now, and I'm just taking things slow. Like, I'm just taking things really, really slow. And who knows, I might not even go on a date, bro. Sometimes you got to test the waters, but I feel like you got to give yourself time, though. You got to give yourself time. And I can't tell you how much time it'll take, but give yourself, a good rule of thumb for me, if the relationship was anything less than 1 year, is to wait for as long as you were in the relationship. So if you were in the relationship for 2 months, like you said, okay, you were with your girl for 2 months, wait 2 months, be single for 2 months to let yourself recalibrate. So for me, I was in my relationship for 7 months, I think. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, 7 months. 7.5 months, actually. No. 6.5 months. So for me, it was important for me to wait at least 6.5 months before I tried putting myself back out there, which I did. So that's my rule of thumb. I need some water, man. What's up, Jordan? Hope your day is going well. Yo, Juan, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. My man, you are a real one. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. You're a real one, for sure. Hey, Jordan, I'm planning on taking a solo week-long trip to Dallas June 7th. What would you recommend I do to make my trip more memorable? Also, where are some good spots in Dallas? I'm not gonna lie, man. A week might be too long for Dallas. There's really not that much to see. I've never been a tourist here like that though, so I always just kind of stuck to where I stay at. But here's what I would recommend. Okay, I'm gonna just try to think of like 5 places. If there's anybody who lives in Dallas, or if any of my friends are watching this, feel free to drop recommendations as well. But I would definitely say downtown. I mean, if you can get into I think it's called Reunion. I don't even know what it's called, bro. But when you look at the skyline, there's like this ball and it spins. And I think there's a restaurant on top. I think it's called Reunion Tower. If you can get in there, I've never been in there before. So if you can get in there, I'm living vicariously through you. Okay, because I've never even been there before. But Reunion Tower in downtown, definitely like walk around downtown as well. Take some time to check out Fort Worth too. Fort Worth is very slept on. A lot of people don't talk about Fort Worth. They just talk about Dallas, but it's a whole different vibe, whole different culture. So Fort Worth, like downtown Fort Worth, I think they have like the stockyards or something like that. I've never been to the stockyards. I don't really know too much about that, but that's like more of like a country vibe. Like you'll see people in full cowboy attire, bro. Like they really live that life. What else? Legacy West. If you go to Legacy West, you might see me there. You really might see me there because I'm there a lot, bro. That's where I go. Like that's my place. Legacy West. That's probably one of the most opulent areas in the DFW area. So we have Reunion Tower, Fort Worth, Legacy West. What else? What else is there? Well, you're going during summer though, so it's gonna be hot. But you're just gonna have to kind of deal with that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Go to the Galleria. Go to the Galleria. Galleria and North Park. You should be able to hit both of those in the same day. Those are two really, really, really dope malls. And the DMA, Dallas Museum of Art. If you like art, go to the DMA, or you can go to the Fort Worth has an art museum too. I forgot what it's called. That art museum is pretty dope. I have some good memories there for sure. Um, yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, that's all I can really think of. That's all I can really think of, bro. Dallas is like, it's a really good shopping city, and there's a lot of restaurants here. But other than that, there's not really too much to see, if I'm being honest. Jordan, I don't agree with you approach women. Me and my friend talked about this, and the thing is that we don't know these women. It's like approaching random people. I'm not sure what you're asking there. You mean you don't believe in approaching women? I mean, my thing with approaching women is, to me, approaching cold approaching is no different than being on a dating app. That's the way that I see it. Because when you look at a girl and you say, okay, she's attractive, I'm gonna go and talk to her. That's basically like you swiping right. If you look at her and you say, she's not very attractive to me, that's you swiping left. You go up to her and talk to her, you swiped right. If she's not feeling your vibe, that's her swiping left. You don't match. If you go up to her and talk to her and she's feeling your vibe, she swipes right. Now you guys matched. Now you guys can talk. So if you look at it like that, I don't really see how. I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally. It's just not my personal style though. Good place to buy affordable clothes. It depends on what type of clothes you like, but the thrift store. I mean, the thrift store is always going to be a good place. But H&M that's my personal place. I don't really wear. I mean, as you guys can see, I've been wearing the same black wife beaters for like the past month. Like, I don't really spend too much on clothes anymore. I kind of just like that. I kind of just let that shit behind. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Ice cold smooth skies. I appreciate the donation. Day 4 on NoFap staying strong. Also, I turned 13 2 days ago. I'm very glad I started this NoFap journey at a young age because if not, I would be worse. Hey, man. Happy late birthday, bro. Happy belated birthday to you. It's crazy, man. We got people who are 13 years old who are really on this journey, bro. That's really dope. At 13, I think I had a sense of self-development in terms of my spiritual growth, but NoFap and things like that. I mean, I guess I was already on NoFap without realizing it, but that's really dope, man, that you're taking on that journey at such a young age. Because by the time you're 22, you're gonna be a whole different breed, bro. Best believe that. Best believe that. Echo, I appreciate the donation once again. Hey Jordan, do you read psychology books? No, I don't, but I actually am pretty interested in psychology. I like talking about psychology, but I don't really research it that much. I rather just like learn it from listening to people who are passionate about it. I might watch a video occasionally about it. My main thing with psychology was the attachment styles. That was something that I really looked deep into in terms of my own life. But no, I probably should though. I probably should. I'm currently reading. I'm reading The Alchemist at the moment. This book is really, really good, man. Yo, this is the first fiction book that I've read since high school, bro. I started reading this book yesterday, and I'm on page 104. I read 104 pages in 2 days, bro. This book is really, really good. I'm gonna make a video. I know I keep saying this, but after I finish reading this book, I'm probably going to make a video on books that you guys need to read because I keep adding to that list. But I'm gonna see if I can get like an Audible sponsorship for that video. I think that'd be pretty dope. But yeah, this book is definitely a life changer, man. Best believe that. Have you ever gave to the poor? Yes, I have. So I did a couple of videos in the past on like giving food to the homeless, but I've definitely done a lot of stuff off camera. Of course, I don't want to talk about it per se because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just trying to get myself like social points or social credibility or whatever. But okay, I'm gonna tell you guys one thing that I really like to do, and I'll explain why in a second. But one thing that I really like doing is whenever I'm eating out somewhere, like if I'm eating somewhere where the server is bringing me the food and everything, I like tipping a lot of money, bro. Like I'm notorious for doing that. Like tipping like 20, 50, like I don't think I've ever tipped 100, but I'll tip like $20, 30, 40, $50 on like a $20 bill because I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why I do this, bro. When I used to work at IHOP, okay, for those of you who don't know, my first job ever was at IHOP. I was 16 years old. I worked at IHOP, the IHOP on Main Street in Louisville, Texas. It is no longer there. If you go there right now, you'll see an empty, vacant building. Okay, because I guess when me and my friend quit, we took all of the we took their hopes and dreams with us, bro. We got up out of there. That's besides the point. I was a busser. Okay, the person who cleans tables. Now at IHOP, I don't know how it works at other restaurants, but at IHOP, we didn't get a percentage of the tips. The servers did not give us any percentage of their tips at all. Okay, so all we got was our base salary, which was what, $7.75 an hour, I believe. I think I got up to $8.50. Peanuts, okay, peanuts, bro. And I was busting my ass, bro. It was a very, very busy restaurant too, and they had us working weekend mornings, which were the busiest times. One day I'm cleaning tables and I'm just hustling, bro, just hustling because I'm trying to finish all of the tables so that I can go in and just lean on the wall for a minute or two and just talk with my friend. And this guy calls me over. It was an Indian dude, I think. I'm pretty sure he was an Indian dude, and he was with this white girl. That's besides the point, but I'm just trying to like paint the picture in you guys' heads. So he's sitting at the table and I see him looking at me and smiling, right? I see him like out of my peripheral, but I'm focused on wiping this table down. He calls me over. He says, "Excuse me, sir. Come here real quick." I walk over there and I don't remember exactly what he said. I think he was just kind of making small talk with me, but I remember him smiling the whole time. And I felt such positive energy coming from him that it kind of like lifted my vibe already because I was already in kind of a shitty mood because I didn't want to be there. But it was kind of lifting my vibe. And he was like, "I see you working really hard and I want to give you something." And he pulled the 20 out of his pocket and he gave me the $20 bill. And I was like I was so taken aback by that. It was just a complete random act of kindness. And that shit felt so good. And I just remember how that made me feel. And so now I know, like, whenever I'm at a restaurant, when I'm eating out, I know how if I give somebody a $50 tip, I know that shit will probably make their day. You feel me? So that's like, especially if I'm not at an expensive restaurant where that's common. So that always stuck with me, bro. Anytime you can do a random act of kindness like that, if you have the means to do so, do it. Always. Always, 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 bro. Because that shit definitely changed my life. For sure. And I can assure you that any random act of kindness like that anybody's done for me, I remember. I remember, bro. "8:05 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Glope here is doing a try to make me laugh for money stream." I need to do another one of those, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tune into that one tonight. I'm gonna tune into that one. I got some videos that I got some I got some shit that's definitely gonna get him, bro. I got some shit that's gonna get him, man. We're running that man's pockets tonight, bro. Best believe that. Oh man. Why don't you surround yourself with positive and uplifting people with big goals like a clique? That is precisely what I recommend everybody do, bro. Cut off the people that have nothing going for themselves. And when I say that, that doesn't mean cut people off who are broke. Okay, there's a difference. I was broke at one point. Okay, I was broke and, I had a wealthy mindset. I knew that I could obtain a lot of amazing, not only accolades, but experiences in my life. And I feel like it's very important to see beyond a person's situation. So for me, when I think about who I want in my circle, I don't think about where they are in life. I think about their mindset. that lets me know where they really are in life. Because you might see somebody from the outside looking in and think, man, they're struggling. You know, they're broke. They're maybe sleeping on people's couches, living out their car, whatever. But from their perspective, they're chasing their dreams. They're already wealthy. If you chase your dreams and you dedicate yourself to that, you're wealthy. I don't care what your living situation is like, you are wealthy, 100%. Yo, Jordan, what does it mean in your words to have a strong sense of integrity? That's a very good question, man. I feel like integrity is all about, for one, being empathetic, right? Like having a broad, big picture perspective on how your beliefs and your actions affect other people. Okay, so integrity in terms of the well-being of others, and also being able to set strong boundaries with that understanding of how your beliefs and your actions affect other people. So it's a balancing act between self-love and giving to others. So basically, it's all about boundaries. It's all about boundaries and balance, and being able to be rooted in your beliefs, but being open-minded enough to know when a belief is no longer serving you at that chapter in your life, and being able to move on from there. Because the way that I used to think, bro, like, it's April. The way that the mindset that I was in, like last summer of 2021, I've abandoned the vast majority of those belief systems because they didn't really get me anywhere internally. That was a very long-winded answer. But yeah, basically just boundaries, balance, and how would I put this? This is going to sound, well, no, I'm not going to word it like that. Boundaries, balance, and flow. Finding the right balance between those things. How far behind am I? Oh, I'm really far behind. Okay, hold on real quick. Jordan, love the vids and shit. Hope all the best for you. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, this man Vaughn right here. This man, look, I remember the OGs, bro. I remember the people who were in those streams when I had like 10 people, bro. Like, I remember that. I remember, like, when the thumbnail of the stream used to just be like my eye in the corner of the picture, bro. Like, I remember that shit. Fort Worth got nice real estate. I'm sure it does, man. The one thing about Fort Worth, though, hey, man, I'm gonna keep it real. Fort Worth got the shittiest roads that I've ever seen in my life, bro. I'm never gonna take my car out there, bro. Like, their roads are just terrible, bro. Like, especially downtown. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm talking about that shit will take years off of your life. Years off your life, bro. Your tires are done for, bro. Over with. But Fort Worth is definitely underrated, bro. They have a lot of like natural beauty as well compared to Dallas. Dallas is like Charlotte, and Houston is similar to Atlanta. Atlanta just has more Black American economic wealth. I've never been to Charlotte or Atlanta, but I could kind of see that. I think that I don't know, because the thing with Dallas is you have to account for Dallas and Fort Worth. Like, it's like one big metroplex, and they're only like 45 minutes away from each other. So like, in terms of the size difference, Atlanta is a lot bigger than Charlotte. Houston isn't that much bigger than Dallas. I don't think Houston's bigger than DFW either. Like, the metroplex, I'm pretty sure, is bigger than Houston. But I definitely need to visit Atlanta for sure. That's been on my list for a while. You guys are going to have to put... The reason why I haven't been out there, though, is because I don't know what's out there. And I guess I know that that's all the more reason why I should go, but if I go out there, what am I going to see? Like, I don't know what to go out there and see. They have the Coca-Cola something, and then some type of aquarium. Is that all y'all got? Like, the Hawks? Go out there and see Trae Young or something, bro? Jordan, you scammer. You said you would do an Omegle stream after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm probably the reason why I don't want to do something like that, bro. Like with the Omegle stream, is because I don't know how to do like how to like block the screen out. People on there are just out of pocket, bro. Completely out of pocket. So yeah, I wouldn't wait on it, but I'm not gonna say I'll never do it, but it's not really in my immediate plans at the moment. I haven't even been on Omegle like at all in probably a year or so. No, I don't think I've been on Omegle since like 2020, bro. It's been a long time, very long time. Let me try to catch up a little bit more. 75 an hour? No, sir. It was not no damn. It was $7.75 an hour. $7.75 per hour with no breaks in between, and they deducted money for food. So basically, at IHOP, at least at the one that I worked at, they would take money out of your paycheck to pay for food that was free. Okay, so let's say, for example, if I decided to go on break, right? Which I never went on break, because if I went on break, by the time I came back out, I wouldn't have any time to relax for the whole rest of my shift because I'd be so far behind. But when you went on break, you got free food, but it wasn't free because they took the money out of your check. Me, I didn't take breaks and I didn't eat the food there. All I did was drink water. So they're just taking this money out of my check, and I'm making probably like $170 bi-weekly, bro. Like it was terrible, man. It was terrible. They were scamming the hell out of me, bro. Real shit. I like your videos, but your recent ones look like re-uploads and is becoming more saturated. I need you to elaborate on that, because so I've uploaded 3 videos since my break. First was the Will Smith video. That's definitely not a re-upload. I've never re-uploaded a video. I might recycle titles of videos. I definitely do that. I'm not gonna deny that for sure. Because when you upload, let me see how many videos I've uploaded in general. Because I'm pretty sure I've uploaded upwards of 700 videos at this point. Let me see. Let me just see where I'm at. 759 videos. So when you upload 759 videos, and you're staying within the framework of self-improvement, you're going to reuse the same titles at some point or another. Okay, so as far as, what was it? Delete social media before it's too late. I reused that same title, but it was for a different video. The last time I used that title was a short, but the stuff that I talked about in that video, I haven't talked about before. I might have touched on some of the same things, but as far as like the memories thing, like going to that spot and watching the sunset and having the people take pictures of it and then leave, I never talked about that because that's a recent story. So that's definitely not a re-upload. The spoken word wasn't a re-upload. So I don't know. I feel like with you saying that, like I said, I need you to elaborate on that, because I feel like you're just reading the titles but not watching the videos, if you're saying that. Especially the fact that I'm putting poems in the videos. Like, the videos are completely different than they were before. Completely different. But I appreciate the feedback, but I need you to elaborate though. Do you think high school friends are the right people to be around, whether they're real or fake? Like, are you talking about in school or once you graduate? I mean, a lot of my friends, pretty much all of my friends, with the exception of a few, I met in high school. Granted, I don't really hang out with anybody these days. I'm gonna keep it real, but if people keep it real with you, bro, keep them in your life, bro. Keep them in your life. Jordan, is it true that if you read, you have better language skills? Wait. Hold on. Who's Pond? Wait, what are y'all talking about? Y'all just killed my whole train of thought, bro. Jordan, is it true that if you read, you have better language skills? Yes. In my experience, absolutely. Read and write. Reading and writing will help you tremendously in terms of your speaking ability. And if you do all three, read, write, and speak very frequently, you'll become a much more effective communicator in general. Jordan, I know you love mountains, so you should 100% come to Salt Lake City just for the mountains and nature, bro. Beautiful. That whole part of the country, I'm sure, is beautiful. If I go over there, like to that region, I'd rather go to Yellowstone. Yellowstone is on my bucket list for sure, bro. Yellowstone. I want to watch, bro. I want to stargaze at Yellowstone. I have to do that. I have to do that, bro. I have to do that. I have to do that. This man said, if you go to ATL, you gotta hop in the studio. Hell no, bro. Y'all tripping. Y'all are big tripping, bro. I feel like when I obtain knowledge from so many sources and people, I try to find which would be most helpful and appropriate to me for that moment in my life. But this overloads my mind. Any thoughts? I went through that same exact thing. I went through that same exact thing when I first started my self-improvement journey, and in particular, my spiritual journey. Learning about the law of attraction, learning about all of these different concepts of how people are able to manifest things, and seeing that like different things worked for different people. What you have to do is you have to read between the lines. Okay, the answers are in the margins, not in the words. So you have to read between the lines, acquire as much information as you can, but figure out what all of those sources have in common. Which for me, what I realized was the law of attraction is just faith. Okay, it's just a matter of setting an intention and having faith and being present, right? Because when I read between the lines, that was the consistent message that I saw for every person. It's just the details are different because the details are relevant to the context of your life. So somebody else's details might not apply to your life in the way that it applies to theirs. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, man. Or I don't know if, yeah, keep that in mind. Hey man, how do you know if they're just playing you? I feel like if you're in tune with yourself, you'll see the red flags. When you're in tune with yourself, you're in tune with others. The only way that you let somebody play you is if, because you don't know yourself, you don't know, you're blinded by infatuation. And that's why it's very important to love yourself before you try dating somebody. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love somebody else. You can't. You can only love others at the capacity that you love yourself. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You might fall in fear of losing somebody, but you'll never fall in love if you don't love yourself first. Do you think that people with a lack of integrity who scam and manipulate people for the sake of their own success and money truly enjoy the rewards? They might, but I think that what goes around comes around. I'm a firm believer in that, bro. What goes around comes around. I feel like the intention behind the action is the most important thing. Jordan, your videos after the break are well put together creatively. I think the content is great in my opinion. So much valuable knowledge to take in. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. This has been just a very interesting time for me, just reintegrating YouTube. I have this video coming out that you guys are gonna get a much deeper look into my life and just my thought process these past couple weeks. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about, mind you. There is a lot of stuff that I have not talked about on camera because a lot of that's gonna go into my next book. If I'm being real with you guys, like a lot of it, I'll just kind of briefly touch on this. So I feel like this is something I was talking about with my therapist. I feel like I lost a lot of my intensity and a lot of my fire, like that killer instinct that I used to have, because I processed my pain. I finally took the time to do the shadow work, to process my pain and figure out why I was so resentful all the time, right? And even though I used that as a source of fuel, I realized that I was burning myself out in the process. So after taking the time to do the shadow work over this break and really over the past since like August of last year, I lost that go-getter mentality, and I started to fall more into a flow mentality. And I feel like that's why if you look at my recent content compared to maybe summer of 2021, you're going to see a different look in my eyes. I don't have that same level of like, of oomph, like just go and get it, because I'm at peace with myself, or I'm making great strides towards having peace with myself. And that's more of my priority now. So that's kind of what my content will obviously reflect that. So I mean that's just the natural flow of life though. You got to keep changing. I meant to say that some of the videos are similar to your recent ones. Like I did NoFap for X amount of time, or 3 habits and delete social media. Okay, so like I said, I think that you're just reading the titles, but you're not watching the videos. So the NoFap video, I relapsed. The last time I made a relapse video was January of 2021, so over a year ago. I've only made 2 of those out of 759 videos, so that's not a remake. The 3 habits, I'll give you that one, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, bro. Just know, I'll just put it like this though. If you pay attention to the patterns, you'll see that certain titles correlate with certain companies that I work with. And there's a reason for that. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go into the specifics. Just know that I have my own obligations for that. But like I said, the delete social media one, I recycle titles, but I don't recycle content. That is one thing about me. I do not recycle content because it's almost impossible for me to recycle content because I'm constantly growing and evolving in my line of thinking. So I might take the same topic and touch on it multiple times. I might make 10 videos in a year about confidence, but in each video, I'm gonna go deeper and deeper and deeper into that thing. And so that's just the way that I work. That's how I process things. Now, me personally, I'm the type of person that I rewatch. Like, let's say, for example, if there's a video that inspired me back in April of 2020, I'm still watching that video to this day. You feel me? So I'm kind of like, that's just how I work. I feel like repetition is very good, but I also feel like it's important to take topics to a deeper level. But like I said, if you don't watch the videos, you won't know that. So, hey man, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you because it's your perspective and you're entitled to it. But that's kind of, that's my perspective on that. That's my explanation for that. Bro, I see people talking about pond. I don't see like anything out of pocket though. Am I just missing something? I don't know if I'm tripping or not, bro. Bro, what are y'all talking about? I'm lost, bro. I am completely lost. I feel like you'll have at least 1 to 2 solid friends from high school. Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like my friend group from high school, the thing is, I don't talk to my friends like that, man. I think that's something that people don't that's just how me and my friends operate, bro. Like we can go months at a time without talking to each other and then go and hang out and it's like nothing ever happened. We might catch up a little bit, but it's not like there's not too many people that I talk to on a weekly basis. There's not too many people that I talk to on a monthly basis. Jordan, would you ever get tattoos? I have this one right here. I have this one on my forearm, which is my birthday in Roman numerals, March 14th, 2000. But I do want another tattoo on my chest. It's just, they're taxing, man. Tattoo shops tax, bro. I got this one for free in my friend's apartment. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. Hey man, answer my question. I've been watching you for like almost 2 years. I appreciate the continued support, bro. But what's your question? Wait. Heart chill. Let me see. Let me see if I can find your question. I don't see your question. So just ask it again and I got you. Ask it again and I got you. We appreciate your vulnerability. I appreciate your support. I feel like YouTube is just like, that's the thing. YouTube has always been that space for me to be vulnerable, but now I feel like writing is becoming that space. And so that's why I'm kind of at a crossroads in my life. And like I said, I have a video coming out about that in the very near future. Are you going to do more vlogs or story times in the future? I don't really have any vlog ideas right now, but I was thinking about making this story time. Do you guys want to hear about about the wildest girl that I ever talked to in my life, bro? Hey man, I would talk about that right now, but I think I need to make a video about that, bro. I think I need to speak my truth. Enough time has passed to where I can. Oh my gosh, bro. That's the first time in my life and the only time in my life that I ever canceled a date, bro. Ever in my life, bro. Wild. You guys are gonna love that shit, bro. Jordan, I just want to thank you for anything. Like, you've helped me to overcome the depression, and then because of that, I've gotten in much better shape as a person for becoming more spiritual. Thank you. Yo, I appreciate the support, bro, and I'm glad that I've been able to help you. It's seeing comments like that is crazy to me. I feel like it's easy to become jaded when you see so much of it, but when you put things into perspective, that this is somebody's, like, this one person right here, this one person who made this comment, you don't know what type of impact this one person will have on the rest of the world. And that's crazy. It's crazy to see how everything is connected in that way, because there are people who impacted me much more than they realized. And then there's people who impacted them, and so on and so forth. Everything always comes full circle. Hey Jordan, I've been struggling with nofap. I've been watching I Am Lucid and you for ages now, but nothing is working. Should I do a dopamine detox? No matter what, I can't bring myself to take action. Also, Jordan, I figured out the reason I relapsed is because of my past and my lack of self-love. How can I use that to change my life and actually take action? Should I dopamine detox? So you just answered your own question, bro. You have to love yourself. That's something I always say, bro. You're making your self-love contingent on nofap. Whether you know it or not, the actions are a reflection of your inner state of being. You're always going to act out your beliefs, your deepest core beliefs. You will always act them out. So it's all a matter of changing your belief systems. You have a belief right now that you're unworthy of your own love because you're struggling with nofap. You have to transcend that belief. You have to let that belief go because it's not serving you anymore. It's not getting you anywhere. So it all starts with forgiveness for the mistakes that you've made in the past. And see them as stepping stones, bro. Mistakes are just stepping stones to a better life. But you have to take those steps. You have to be willing to take those steps and go to that space where you can be not only more wise and insightful about the mistakes that you've made so that you don't make those same mistakes again, or so that if you do make those same mistakes again, you know how to recover. But also you can be in a space where your self-love is no longer always just out of reach. You bring it to the now. You bring it to the here and now, and you live your life that way, and your actions will reflect that. But it's all about what you believe first. If your self-development journey comes from a place of pain, it will fall apart. You will fall apart. Speaking from experience with that, G. Mr. Green, have you ever felt nervous before starting up stream? First of all, Mr. Green is crazy. I'm 22 years old, bro. But yeah, I get nervous before every stream, actually. I get nervous before every stream. Gotta tap in. What's good, Glow Pierre? Yo, Pierre, if you're still here, if you're doing a like make me laugh stream tonight, bro, I heard through the grapevine that you're doing that. If you do that, I'm tuning in, bro. And I'm running those fucking pockets, bro. I'm coming away a rich man. Do Do you invest in the stock market or do you plan to do so in the future? I don't invest in the stock market right now, but in the future, definitely. Right now, though, I'm more focused on investing in myself. Just things like therapy, things like buying books. Right now, I'm going to the chiropractor. I'm getting my back fixed finally. Okay, I'm getting my shit together. And to me, that's much more important than any dividend income I could get from AT&T stock. But eventually, I will, once I have an excess of money, then I'll start to put that into stocks. Because it's better to have your money in stocks than to have it sitting in a savings account where it's literally losing value every single year. Man said, nah, drop a video on that. I'm gonna do it, man. Hey. Oh, I'm not gonna say her name, bro. She's a great girl. Don't get me wrong. It's just she's wild as hell, bro. Oh my gosh. Look, in my life, her and the girl after her. Those two girls got me so pressed between the two of them that I almost completely gave up on dating, bro. I've never had a girl get me that heated before. So heated over FaceTime. We weren't even interacting in person. She had me pressed, bro. Man. Can you explain your banner? I forgot to change it. I forgot to change it. So that was the release date of my book, Soul Shock. If you guys haven't read that already, go and check it out. You can go on Amazon and read the little preview and see if you want to buy the book after that. But yeah, I do need to change it. Once I come up with the release date for my next book, I'll probably change it to that. This man said, my question is up there. Up where? Where are you talking about, bro? It's up there. Where? I don't see it, bro. Oh, here we go. My fault, bro. Share any financial advice or in investments if you do so. It would be helpful and great content for you. Well, I guess I just answered your question with the other person's question, but yeah, right now I'm not so much focused on building my finances. I'm more so focused on investing in myself and just making sure that I'm in a space where I can attract more money to me. So I feel like there's two approaches that you can take to being wealthy. Okay, you can either invest your money into assets, and I guess you should do both at some point or another. But you can invest your money into assets, stocks, crypto, things like that. And I guess with some of that, you might have to maybe day trade as opposed to invest. But my personal approach is I see myself as the asset. So when you have a certain level of self-confidence, you know that whatever you invest into yourself, you will get the return. You may get it on the back end, but you'll get it somewhere. And you'll get a much greater return than you could ever get investing in something else. But like I said, for some people, their return is going to, or their best investment strategy will be investing in assets, things that will, vehicles to make them money. I see myself as the vehicle. But either way, invest in something. Invest in something, bro. Invest in something, especially when you're young. Which country you love to visit? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Me and my dad, yesterday we were watching a video from, I forgot the name of the city, but it was somewhere in Switzerland. Bro, Switzerland is up on the list now, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Switzerland. I want to visit France, of course, Paris in particular. I want to do like a whole Euro tour. I also want to see the Philippines, my mom's home country. It's like half of my family is from the Philippines. Japan. I mean, all of the generic answers that you could think of. I also want to see Canada. I think Canada would be pretty cool. South America would be cool as well. But yeah. I just want to travel, man. Just travel and write poems, bro. That sounds like a vibe to me. I'm really a skinny guy and don't have much muscle strength either. So would you recommend home workout or gym for me? I also look at my other friends who have such good physiques and I compare myself. First of all, I know it's easier said than done, but don't compare yourself, bro. Because with working out, for one, there's genetics, okay? So you might put in the same level of work as somebody and your bodies look completely different. But also, you have not put in the work that they put in. Okay, so it's kind of like me looking at Mr. Beast and being jealous because he has like 90 million subs. It's like I haven't put in the work that he's put in. So I can't be jealous of that. He just got it, you know? Like that's so especially with something like working out, there is no luck involved at all in that. You just have to put in the work. There's no way around that. Now, as far as where you should start, it depends on how skinny and weak you are. If you're really, really weak, I wouldn't recommend starting off with weights because you're just going to get yourself hurt. I would recommend for about 2 months, do push-ups, do planks, like build up your foundational strength. And once you build up the foundational strength, then you can go into the gym and start off easy, bro. Okay, easy. Lift the bar, bench the bar, squat the bar. Do shit like that once you build up the foundational strength from home workouts. Or you can go to the gym and do body weight workouts and just kind of observe people, ask people questions. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people, man, they'd love to give you advice on stuff like that. How is The Alchemist book? I wanted to read it a long time ago, but I dropped that. Okay, so the book came in Friday. No, wait, what's today? Saturday. The book came in Thursday. I started reading the book yesterday. I'm 104 pages in. If that doesn't tell you how good this book is, hey, man. You still using T Hanley products on your face? I'm about to order. Yes, I do. I use T Hanley. I do use T Hanley. Would you recommend intermittent fasting when cutting? Yeah, I can see. I mean, I think it's more about just being in a caloric deficit in general. One thing that I definitely recommend when cutting though is cardio. Do cardio, bro. Hey man, y'all gotta stop neglecting your cardio. Go out on runs, jump rope, hoop, play soccer, something. But do cardio. You ever feel like it's harder meeting women your age when you delete social media and aren't in college? Yeah, but that's what Hinge is for. that's really what Hinge is for, bro. Like, I came to a certain understanding that, all right, bro, if I don't put myself out there in that way, then I'm just going to have to confide in my solitude. And that might be what this is all about, bro. I might need to just be alone for a while. But if I want to meet girls, I realize that that's the only way I can do it at this point. Unless I just go out of my way to go and cold approach girls at bars and whatnot, which, like I said, is really no different than being on a dating app. Yo, Jordan, a great lesson I've learned this year is that of non-attachment and that uncertainty is a part of life. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. That right there, those two understandings, okay, just not being attached to anything and being able to flow with the rhythm of uncertainty, that opens every single door for you. Your potential is limitless, bro. Absolutely limitless. If you ever travel to Switzerland, don't dance at the gas station. I got jumped for doing that. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? What the hell? Till I pull that pepper spray out on him, though. I'm spraying that shit all the way around, bro. Not gonna catch me lacking. I don't know if you've ever answered this before, but does having wet dreams count as failing nofap? No, it does not. Absolutely not. No. Hey, JT and you connected, both got that Philippines connection. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we're related somehow, bro. I really wouldn't be surprised, man. Filipino families and black families, you just never know. You never know, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if that man is like my 5th cousin on my mom's side, bro. Real shit. How do you control sugar cravings? So for me personally, I just don't buy food. I just don't buy food that like that triggers sugar cravings like that. So if all I have to eat is toast with peanut butter and bananas, like that's what I'm gonna eat because that's all I have. But I feel like when you eat healthy food that tastes good as well, you stop craving unhealthy food after a while. Because one thing you'll notice is that unhealthy food, it always leaves you feeling worse afterwards. And a lot of times, especially sugary foods, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. When you get accustomed to eating healthy foods like fruit and things like that, I tried, bro, like maybe a couple weeks ago, I bought a pack of Oreos and I ate it. I'm talking about I ate like, it was like the party size, bro. I've been craving them bitches for like 2 months. So I ate a whole like, like the whole stack of them. Probably like about 15 of them. And they tasted good, but they left a terrible taste in my mouth. I was like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna eat these anymore. Do you see a lot of value in staying sober? Yes, I do personally. I like being aware of my surroundings. I don't see the point in indulging in things that impair my cognitive abilities. I can't get behind it, bro, personally. I can't get behind it, but to each their own though. But for me personally, I feel like being sober is, I'm high on life, bro. I know it sounds cliche, but I don't see a reason to drink or do drugs. Tips on getting myself to read books. Discipline tips for this situation. Find books that you like. Okay, find books that you like. There is you don't just have to read self-help books, bro. You can read fiction books. Every great book has a moral, a lesson, an understanding embedded within it. Okay, a story is not a story without a lesson. So find books that talk about things that you're interested in, bro. I remember back in school, I used to read the little Bluford series books, bro. If you know what I'm talking about, where it'll have a title like The Gun, and it'll just be 2 black people on the cover, and one of them has a gun. So like, you got to start somewhere, bro. You got to start somewhere. Hey, bro, I've been watching you since I was 18. I'm 20 now, and just wanted to say I hope you get 1 million subs one day. It's crazy when you put it like that in terms of age. That really puts things into perspective, bro. Because when you started watching me, I was 20, and now I'm 22. So just to see that growth over the past couple of years, that's really, really dope, bro. And I appreciate you for sticking with me through all of that. Do you think it's a bad idea for a man to remain a virgin until marriage? Absolutely not, man. One of my friends, I'm not going to say his name, but one of my friends, he's saving himself for marriage. And I think that's one of the dopest things ever, bro. And I always tell him that shit, bro. We always talk about this every time we hang out. Like, it's so dope that you have people like that who can stick to their morals. And Daniel, if you're still in the stream, that's a great example of integrity. That's a great example of integrity, of having boundaries that you set while also being aware of the well-being of other people. That's a very, very, very beautiful example of integrity. The Oreos taste good as fuck. Hey, man, I'm not... I don't know, bro. After, like, the first rack, I was probably, like, 1.5... I finished, like, 1.5 of them, so I was halfway through, and I was like, bro, I don't know if I can finish these, man. But I don't waste food, so I finished them, but I'm not going to buy them for a good little minute, though. Best believe that. Best believe that. Yo, Jordan, do you have any advice on studying and remembering material easily? My final exams are this week. All right, bro. Let me give you guys the game for studying, bro. Hold on real quick. Now, understand that if the test is open-ended, I got no answers for you, bro. If the test is open-ended, like open-ended questions, you need to drop that class, bro. Keep it simple. Keep playing it. Keep it as real as possible. Here's what I used to do. All right. So usually, the teacher will give you some type of review. Okay, they'll give you some type of review. If they don't give you a review, you use your notes. Okay, if you don't have notes or a review, I can't help you. That is completely on you, and you deserve to fail, man. I'm gonna keep real with you. If you don't have any notes and your teacher didn't give you a review, there's not much I can do for you. You take the review, okay, and what you do is you go through the whole review. You answer all the ones that you know off rip. Skip the ones that you don't know. So the ones that you already have memorized, you answer those. Circle the ones that you don't remember. Those are the ones that you're gonna focus on. So let's say the review is 60 questions, you know 20 of them off the top of your head, 40 of them you don't know, okay? Maybe out of those 40, 20 of them you have somewhat of an idea. Maybe it's between these two answers. The other 20 you have no clue about. Okay, so you're gonna go through again and do the same thing, right? But those 40, those are gonna be the ones that you study. Now what you do is you'll keep going through the test, the review, over and over and over again until you can get them all right. You want to do this every day for the week leading up to the test. So you said your final exams are this week. Start doing that shit today. If you do that, you will do good on the test, bro. I promise you, I've mastered the art of short-term memorization. And that's why I got such a high GPA in school, bro. It's not because I was I would consider myself to be an intelligent person, but I wasn't invested into school in the way that other people were, bro. I did the bare minimum. But when it came to studying and short-term memorization, I had that shit on lock, which is why I finished with the 4.0. I just learned that's all school is, bro. It's not about what you know. It's about you learning how to remember shit that you will forget next week. That's just me keeping it real with you, bro. That's me keeping it real with you. Man said, I got the whole collection. Hey, man. If you know, you know, bro. Oh, my Baba, I used to love them books. Hey, man. Okay, on some real shit, though. The Blueford series is really, really dope. Because you got to think about how many people would have never started reading books if it wasn't for those books, bro. That series got a lot of people into reading. And I love shit like that, bro. For sure. I wanted to ask something. I've realized that I'm kind, giving, and just willing to be there for people, but it seems like no one is keen on coming to me and asking how I feel. What do you recommend I should do? Get a therapist. Get a therapist and make sure that you're filling your own cup first, bro. Make sure that you're filling your own cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can only give what you have. Like I said earlier, you can only love people to the extent that you love yourself. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. And it might be to your benefit to fall back a little bit, bro. Fall back into the shadows and then see who reaches out to you. Like me, I realize a lot of people aren't reaching out to me, but I also understand that doesn't mean they don't care about me. Maybe they just don't know how to be there for somebody else. And that's okay. They might not know how to fix the problems that you have or how to help you fix the problems that you have because they have no insight on that. That's perfectly fine. Doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just that they just don't have that. That's just not in their toolkit. I have ADHD and struggle to focus. I struggle to read. I have intense brain fog. I'm quite lazy and I never get things done. I said this a million times, but do you think I should dopamine detox? I think that you need to drop those belief systems that you have, bro. That you have intense brain fog, you're quite lazy, and you can never get things done, and you struggle to read. You have to eliminate those. Bro, look, I'm not denying that you have ADHD, but you have to eliminate those negative belief systems, those limiting belief systems. because you believing in those things is going to keep you right where you are. If you believe in all of the things that you just said there, you're never going to make progress. You will never make progress, bro. Do not become a victim of your own beliefs. Make of that what you will. Big Raider, is it Drox? I don't know if I said that right, but I appreciate the donation. Yo, Jordan, do you watch Von 2 Cut? Does he still post? I mean, I watched a few of his videos back in the day for sure. But last I checked, he was like making music now, which is really dope. It's really, really dope. He's kind of like, you know, transitioning into something else that resonates with him at a deeper level. But no, I don't. But shout out to him though, for sure. Jordan, will we ever get a book list video? I think it would be mad helpful to a lot of us. Yeah, for sure. The thing is, the reason why I haven't made one is because every time I think about making one, I start reading a new book. And I'm like, oh shit, this needs to go on the list now. So right now I'm reading The Alchemist. Once I finish this, I think I'll be able to make that list, bro. And that video is going to be a lot deeper than just me listing off books, bro. I'm gonna give you guys the keys to life in that video, bro. The keys to life. Hey, is it a good idea to ask a girl out over text or wait till an in-person meet? Also, should you do this subtly or more direct and to the point? When you say ask a girl out, what do you mean? Because there's two. Do you mean ask her on a date or ask her to make things exclusive? I feel like, okay, if you're asking a girl like to be your girlfriend or something like that, it has to be in person and it has to be direct. That's what I think personally. Now, if you're asking a girl on a date, it depends. Like, I mean, if it's a girl that you know you're gonna see in real life, I'd probably ask her in person. And what are your intentions with her though? Like, I guess if you're asking her out, you want her to be more than friends. So be direct, but don't be too direct. And what I mean by that is you don't want to come at her with that energy of it. Like, you have to lay the groundwork first. Like, if you guys haven't flirted or anything, had no interactions, you need to have some conversations with her first. But assuming that you've already done that, be direct. Be direct, man. Communication is key. I want to let go of limiting beliefs and believe I'm worthy so I can begin to love myself. What things can I do daily to make sure I reprogram my mind and beliefs? It starts with gratitude. And it sounds cliche, bro, but be grateful for the smallest things that you have, bro. Just little things that, think about 1 year ago today. What is something that you wanted that you now have? What is something, it might be something as simple as, this water bottle, for example. I wanted a black water bottle a few months ago, and then I went and got it, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to have this black water bottle, this black tank top. There was a point when I wanted black tank tops, and I remember when I put in the order on Amazon, and I was waiting for them, and I got them, and now I'm grateful. This computer mouse right here. Okay, there was a point when I didn't have a functional mouse for my desktop computer, but now I do, and I'm grateful for that. Be grateful for the things that you once wanted that you now have. And then from there, you'll feel a lot better. Okay, just take like an hour to just acknowledge everything that you're grateful for. And once you lay that groundwork, then you can introduce your vision into the mix. You can think about the things that you maybe want to add, more things that you want to be grateful for. And yeah, I mean, once you get that cycle going and you build that momentum from doing that every day, that will allow you to live your best life and leave the limiting belief systems behind because they can't coexist in that same space. Will you still use Netflix now that they're adding ads? They're adding ads? I didn't know that, but yeah, I'll still use them. Hey man, get to your bag. I'm not mad at them. Hey Jordan, I feel like my Instagram and Snap are dry right now, but when I look at my friends, they are more social and they get more interactions on their platforms. What do I do? Live your life, bro. Live your life. Go and watch. If you haven't already, go and watch the delete social media before it's too late video. Go and watch that video and live your life, man. Take that as a sign. Live your life. There is more to life than social media, than likes, than clicks, than any of that shit, bro. Especially if you are not making money on social media. If you're not making any money on social media and you have no intentions of making money on social media, get off of social media, bro. At least give it 30 days. 30 days without social media. When I like someone, I have this tendency of getting urges to buy things for them. That's because that's your love language. Your love language is gift giving. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Don't let people tell you that that shit is simping, bro. I remember back in the day, bro, the first date that I went on. I used to do this shit like with every girl I'd talk to. I'd buy them flowers on the first date, always. And I let people convince me like, bro, you shouldn't do that. Man, fuck what they think, bro. If you want to buy here's the thing, do it within reason. All right, do it within reason. If that's your love language, honor that. That is your love language for a reason, bro. That is your love language for a reason. Be open and communicative about that with the person as well, such that they don't think that you're just going to be out here buying them Louis V bags and shit like that. But don't hold back your expression of love. Hey Jordan, how and when did you hear about the law of attraction? For me, I first heard this concept back in 2006 with the movie The Secret. The Secret is an absolute classic, and that definitely helped open the door for me. I grew up kind of learning about it from my dad. He would pass forth these concepts to me, and I didn't really understand them. My real introduction into the law of attraction was this podcast that I watched with Sneeko and Steezy Kane at the beginning of 2020. I watched this podcast and I heard them talking about the law of attraction and how they had manifested YouTube success. Now at the time, I'm working at H&M and I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get to that point where I can be successful on YouTube and make a living doing that, which I am now because I manifested it. But after watching that podcast, I went on the Kindle store and I looked up law of attraction and I just followed my intuition. The first book that really stuck out to me for whatever reason was this book called The Last Law of Attraction Book You'll Ever Need to Read by Andrew Capp. This would have been sometime around January 15th to January 20th, 2020. Around that time, because it's right before I went to California. And from there, once I read that book and then went to California, got a chance to visualize my life as a full-time content creator, things were never the same. That's when my life changed right there. And then the whole thing with the girl, Soul Shock. If you haven't, if you read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. All of that ties in together, bro. Everything was very, very synchronistic. Deleting social media is one of the best decisions I ever made. Absolutely, man. I've been thinking about getting on Instagram to share my poetry. I've definitely considered that. And that's a decision that I'll just have to make kind of in the future, but the level of peace that you feel when you get rid of social media is it's just different, bro. It's different. If you know, you know. I can't bring myself to put in work at all. I don't know if it's my discipline. I've tried everything. How, Jordan? What am I doing wrong? First of all, wow, Jordan Green the GOAT. I appreciate the username, bro. That's really, really dope. What are you doing wrong? Why do you want what you want? Why? You have to figure out your why, or as Bryce Wilson would call it, your drive. Figure out your drive. What is it that keeps you motivated and keeps you disciplined in those? You have to find a deeper sense of purpose within the purpose. Okay, and that's like, for example, with my writing, what drives me is the expression of things, of feelings and thoughts that I cannot articulate in any other medium, whether it be through YouTube videos or through therapy, journaling, anything. It can only express itself in the form of poetry for me. That's my drive. So if I want to maintain any semblance of peace of mind as I learn these new spiritual concepts, I have to honor that. I have to honor my desire to write. So you have to figure out your why, bro. Figure out your drive, your why and your drive. But how did you get to being comfortable alone? I'm going to make a video on that. I'm going to make a video on that probably in the very near future. But with all of that being said, man, I'm not going to lie. This water is getting to me. My throat is hurting. I'm not used to talking this much. This is my first like real live stream since my break. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope I was able to provide some insight, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this afterwards. Hope that you were able to learn something from the stream, whether about the world, about yourself, or maybe both. And I'm still not sure if Glow Pierre is streaming tonight, but if he is, definitely tap into that, tune into that, because I know that's gonna be a banger. I'm gonna, like I said, bro, if he's doing that stream, I'm going to run this man's pockets, bro. That Benz that he's sitting in his profile picture, I'm repossessing that. Okay, I'm repossessing that. This man won't even be able to afford to have that Mercedes in his profile picture anymore. This man is going to help me pay off my lease payments for the whole, bro. This man is going to set me straight for life, bro. Best believe that. I'm running this man's pockets, and there's nothing he can do about it, bro. So be sure to tune in. That is Glow Pierre. Let me type that shit in so you guys don't forget, bro. Glow Pierre. Hey, man, if that man that does that stream tonight, just know that it's just tune in, bro. Just tune in. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I appreciate you guys for supporting. And yeah, next video. Right now, oh, I guess I should probably mention my new upload schedule for right now is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 o'clock. Same time, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And over time, I might start to scale up the uploads. I might not. We're just gonna have to see in due time. But yes, bro, Hall of Fame pickpocket. No, I'm not just taking what's in his pocket. I'm taking the whole pocket, bro. The pocket itself. I'm ripping that shit off the seams, bro. I'm going into that stream and I'm coming away with a bag, bro. A major bag, like a 9 to 5, bro. So yes, bro, you guys need to tune in and watch the fireworks, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I hope that you guys have a great morning, evening, day, night, dusk, dawn, afternoon, whatever time it is where you're at. I hope that you're living your best life. And yeah, man, like I said, tap into that stream, bro. Tap in.